and there was prize money that came with it, and the money was about £5,000. And then immediately I thought that we will get this solar cooker project going with the prize money that we had been presented with. This is the award that I got. You can have a look. It's got Wanderlust. That's Paul Morrison Guide Award 2006, and it's got my name there. I treasure that a lot.
I bet. I bet.
It's brilliant, isn't it? This is the home of His Royal Highness Chief Kakumbi, who is a traditional leader of the natives here, the Kunda people in South Luangwa. Whenever you bring something to an area like this one, you've got to see the traditional leaders first, and we're here to see him and introduce the solar cooker project. Ndine Manda Chisanga, nafuma kumunzi, nisenza kufueloji, tawaza kumtandalirani kuno, kuti tichite introduce project ya solar cookers ya Naitiyamba Munzi. We visited the chief and greeted him in the traditional way. I explained how the solar cooker works and that we were going to present one of them, the solar cookers, to him for him to use and his family, and he was very, very happy.
I have welcomed the solar cooker, which are coming here for demonstration and possibly for giving out to people so that they would rather minimize going in the bush to cut trees for firewood.
People will still need firewood and they'll need trees for building, but at least during the day people can have as much cooking energy as they like.
Shana shana, shani na mulena. Shana shana, shana, shani na mulena. Shana shana, shana shana, shani na mulena. Shana shana, shana.
There we go. If you can come close and have a look, you see that the oil now is warming up.
It's not warming up. And it's coming very, very hot. I don't know. As if you are using electricity.
As if we were using electricity.
It's the same.
Yeah, the same
Exactly.
thing. Yes.
And all we're using are just the sun rays.
Uh-huh.
And the sun rays are reflecting the heat into the middle section there, warming the oil for us.
Nice.
The food is something special as well.
This is a wonderful thing. It will help us because many people are cutting down trees all the time, and it will help us protect the trees. If we don't need firewood to cook, it will help us preserve the trees so our children will have these trees in the future.
So what we're trying to do is to get the shape, the round shape, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So then it can guide us when we start tying around the ring. 5 solar cookers that have arrived, and of course one of them is already been donated to the chief. 3 of them are in Fualu village. 1 solar cooker is being used by 4 families, and then the other one is being donated to a community-based center.
What we need to do now is join this and this and this and this.
The reaction is mixed. some people are really looking forward to having them, and others are totally not interested at all. And the main problem that I've noticed is poverty, because when you are hungry, you don't care. And worse still, somebody gives you an item which can help you cook the food using free energy from up there. And if you've got no food, then what are you going to cook on that thing, on the solar cooker? There's nothing. Yeah, so it's a big problem. Culturally, I mean, something like that to any person, I mean, especially in the villages where we live here, this is a very, very remote area, will appear strange. It's a round dish to start with, and then you put food on it. There's a wire thing, so you put your pot there, it reflects light on that central point to cook the food. And it was immediately, there was that skepticism. How does it work? It looks like there's magic behind it. There's maybe satanic.
There we go.
And some of them were actually saying that, well, but where is the smoke? Because I mean, most of the people want food that has that flavor, a smoky flavor, and that's traditional. I'm telling you, Mami, you see, it will bake.
You can bake, we're good in this.
Sure, Mami,
Mando, how would you say people are funding their solar cookers?
What they're telling me that it's going to save them time. They're telling me that the solar cookers will reduce risks, animal, human conflicts.
Okay.
They're so happy that this thing has come because it's going to really, really help them a lot here.
So it will be easier to maintain a constant firewood supply and not as demanding on their time and their energy.
Precisely.
Yeah. And on the trees and the resources available.
Oh yeah, so deforestation will be reduced.
I'm eating rice.
Is it good?
It's good. Nice, very nice rice.
The problem is that one solar cooker is not enough to share between many families. How can you all cook at once? When the sun shines, we will use these solar cookers and it will make life much easier because we won't have to go near the elephants.
When these women go out to collect firewood in the villages, they leave young girls to look after the children, so most of them miss out on education. They don't then go to school. So with the introduction of solar cookers, that will really, really change this. It's very interesting. When I just came, I rushed around all the 3 cookers, and interestingly, I've noticed that beans is what they're actually cooking on the cookers, and that is very interesting. You know why? Because beans takes much longer to cook, and therefore you need a lot of firewood for it to actually cook.
Right. Solar cookers have not really been widely adopted in Africa because there have not really been a great deal of efforts and projects to really sensitize people. So most people in Africa have never seen a solar cooker. There is very little government support. In fact, there's no support in any of the countries. And that doesn't help with the introduction when the people we're trying to get to are generally the poorest people who are out collecting firewood. And so a really high quality solar cooker needs to be subsidized or needs to be paid for them. Also, predominantly the solar cooker projects have been run by people outside of Africa who generally arrive with their own idea and their own program in mind, which doesn't necessarily fit with the local situation. And if the project is not able to be flexible and cannot meet the demands of the people, it will not work.
Chief Kakumbi was telling the women all about the importance of having the solar cookers, the difficulties that they go through, and how it would lessen all these difficulties.
These things have come so that you don't have to gather firewood. This thing does not need electricity. It needs the sun. When you finish using the cooker, clean it and turn it over.
He emphasized that they had to take care of them, clean them nicely, and make sure that they don't get lost. And he is going to be also making sure that he monitors the use of these things so that they are not wasted. first and foremost, I think it's going to work. I believe in that because that is the only way something can work. You've got to really, really work and believe in it. It will help if more and more people come forward to help and donate these solar cookers. Then it will stop deforestation. It will reduce the risks that women face in the villages. It will reduce smoke inhalation, which comes to poisoning. It will just improve the lives of many, many people. And it's not easy. It's not going to be now, but it will definitely take a long time. But what I'm happy with is that at least there's a start. At least we have started the project.